Dr. Robotnik's Mean Bean Machine is a falling block puzzle game developed by Compile and published by SEGA. It was released for the Sega Genesis / Sega Megadrive in North America and Europe in November 1993, and the game was ported to the Sega Game Gear in 1993 and the Sega Master System in 1994. Dr. Robotnik's Mean Bean Machine is a westernized version of Puyo Puyo 1991, which is the basis for this game's localization in the West. A similar thing was done by Nintendo, who created the game Kirby's Avalanche. In this game's instance, the characters from Puyo Puyo are replaced with those from the Sonic the Hedgehog franchise. Most primarily, the Adventures of Sonic the Hedgehog animated series, which saw relatively high success, both in having a large quantity of episodes, as well as years later becoming associated with various internet memes. I wonder which ones you're thinking of, my friends. Keeping Dr. Robotnik's Mean Bean Machine and the Adventures of Sonic the Hedgehog relevant even to this day in the Sonic fandom. The Puyo Puyo character, Carbuncle, appears under the name Has-Been and makes different animations depending on how the player plays the game. The gameplay is similar to puzzle games such as Tetris, in which the player organizes colored shapes as they descend a board. The plot sees Sonic antagonist Dr. Robotnik kidnapping the residents from Beanville and turning them into robots. Interestingly enough, though, this is one of the very rare cases in a Sonic series game where Sonic the Hedgehog himself doesn't actually feature in it at all, instead heavily implying that the player is in fact you. Point of view characterization. Pretty cool, I think. Dr. Robotnik's Mean Bean Machine received very positive reviews, and even received various references years later in different forms of media. For example, in the most recent Sonic the Hedgehog movies, in which Dr. Robotnik is played by Jim Carrey, Dr. Robotnik's hideout is called the Mean Bean Coffee Shop. A nice little detail that could have been very easily missed, but much appreciated. However, the biggest nod to Dr. Robotnik's Mean Bean Machine was in the massively successful game Sonic Mania, in which the gameplay of Dr. Robotnik's Mean Bean Machine was actually used for a boss battle. Mean Bean Machine is a relatively simple game with a few game modes: scenario, 1 player versus 2 player, and exercise mode, in which you can practice your skills. And I hope I display enough of all of these features for you all to enjoy. And so, our story begins. Dr. Robotnik, the evil mastermind of Planet Mobius, has hatched a new plan to terrorize the world and its inhabitants by kidnapping the citizens of Beanville and turning them into devious robot slaves. The Doctor intends to create an army that will help him rid the planet of music and fun forever. To this end, he has created a giant roboticizing machine called the Mean Bean Steaming Machine to use on the jolly bean folk of Beanville. Putting his plan into motion, Dr. Robotnik sends out his henchbots to round up all the unfortunate bean folk and group them together in dark dungeons so they can be sent to the Mean Bean Steaming Machine. With help from Has-Been, the player must now stand up against Robotnik's henchbots by breaking into the dungeons, freeing the bean folk before it is too late, and get through the henchbots to the deranged Doctor himself, and foil his evil plans once and for all. Today, we shall together be watching a playthrough of this game for the purposes of invoking ASMR. Autonomous Sensory Meridian Response. And hopefully, having some fun together along the way. This video is intended as a playthrough of a game with elements of ease to help people relax or perhaps even fall asleep. If this video and its content is something that you like, please feel free to check out the playlist section of my main channel. Inside is a variety of different content, both from video games and other different things that hopefully you can all enjoy. Regardless what you get from my channel or this video, I hope you enjoy and have a wonderful day. And thank you very much for your time. I am Alakazam ASMR. And let us begin. DR.ROBOTNIK'S Mean Bean Machine ASMR. It's been a pleasure. Please enjoy, my friends. And welcome, my friend, to DR.ROBOTNIK'S Mean Bean Machine, a classic Sega Megadrive / Sega Genesis puzzle game.
Witness my evil dream to rid Mobius of music and fun forever. My latest invention, the Mean Bean Steaming Machine, will not only dispose of those fun-loving jolly beans of Beanville, but turn them into robot slaves to serve my evil purposes. Scratch, Grounder, robots, bring me those beans.
Ha 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 ha. And there you go. Use left and right to move the beans as they arrive. So, as a puzzle game, use the buttons to rotate them one way or the other as they fall. Use down to speed their descent. Group 4 or more together to let them escape and rescue them. If space runs out, then they cannot be saved. Then it's game over. Let's not let that happen. Free many groups of beans together to increase your score. 2 combo, 3 combo, 4 combo, 5 combo. Here's a different combination coming up. 2 combo. Now here's another different kind of combo. Now let's build one from scratch. This one's quite satisfying. Watch this. Ooh, this is gonna be nice. 1, 2, 3. Watch out for the refugee beans, which cannot be grouped, but must escape with a neighboring group. An obstacle designed to get in your way and stop you from saving the jolly residents of Beanville from the nefarious Dr. Ivo Robotnik. I'm gonna be rolling my R's a lot in this game. You see, let's get started before I start rambling away. So sit back and relax, my friends, as we finally begin DR.ROBOTNIK'S Mean Bean Machine ASMR. I think it's a fantastic classic puzzle game, and hopefully it's something for you all to enjoy together with me, my friends. Now, as we start, we have scenario mode, 1 player versus 2 player mode, exercise mode, and options. And a really nice catchy soundtrack, which is kinda gonna be the standard for this game. The soundtrack is tremendous. I love it so much. So, let's look at options. Controller inputs, I'm fine with it the way it is. We'll put the game on normal difficulty. Yeah, the default settings is fine. Okay, let's start. We have everything set up properly. Now, I think the best logical path to take for the start is scenario mode, the main story. Let's go, my friends, and have some fun. Let's start. Stage 1. Arms. Beans, beans, let me give you a hand or two. I have to prepare Dr. Robotnik a beautiful bean feast. Come to arms, my beauties. So, in scenario mode, we have to take what we learned. We have to rotate these beans into a certain formation of color. When we have 4, they disappear, and whatever was above them falls down. Now we have to try and create combinations to disrupt the enemy as much as we can. As soon as the enemy cannot possibly make a move in the center top line of their screen, we win. But the enemy will be trying to take us down as well, hence the puzzle element. We have to be making good puzzle combinations and also able to adapt when things get changed very quickly, which is something that will happen a lot through this playthrough, as the AI will get progressively more difficult and challenging as time goes on. So, let's see if I can set something up here. So, I can set up some red. The enemy disrupting us there. Let's see if we can get a yellow. Ah, we got one coming up. Check this out. 1, 2. So, with a 2 combo, a line of refugee beans appears, disrupting him. So we just need to keep up that kind of momentum, and before you know it, we'll be victorious. We also got to dig ourselves out of a hole here. So, let's keep on solving the puzzle. It's going a little bit slow so you can understand what's going on. It's a relatively easy level, so I'd rather we all relax for a little bit so we can get an understanding of how this game works before we get into the bigger challenges of the game, which are much later on. So, purple or yellow? 2 combo. We get a purple here and a red. There we go. Stage 1 completed. Playtime 126 seconds. And a password. That's pretty old school. No save states, but a password instead. Now we go to stage 2. Frankly. Arms is always too wrapped up in himself to do anything useful. I'm a bright spark though, and I reckon I know how to beat you. Now check the difference in the AI. Stage 2's AI, frankly, is much more aggressive than Arms. Every AI has its own behavior pattern. It's quite intimidating that he's just throwing out so many blocks so quickly. But we will be able to defeat him as long as we stick to what we know. No matter the opponent, if you can keep your composure and get the right kind of combination going, it doesn't matter if it's a massive combo or a smaller one. You keep the momentum, you keep calm, and you can disrupt them. You see, Frankly's strategy is backfiring. He's stacking a lot of rows, but he's not leaving himself a lot of room to breathe if something goes wrong. That's why I'll tend to preferentially go for smaller combos, so that way if something goes wrong, I can recover. That's just my personal way of playing, though. Some people can pull off some insane, crazy combos, and it's really skillful, and I'm appreciative of people able to do that. I stick to medium to low combos to play this game. I can cause disruption and recover at a relatively good pace that's comfortable for myself. So we're adding the pressure to Frankly now. He's went from going incredibly quickly, dropping the beans, to now he's carefully taking his time. He's left himself little room to maneuver. There we go. Oh, could he make a comeback? He could indeed. Don't underestimate the enemy AI. You never know. Stage 2 completed. Playtime 111 seconds. Wonderful. And a new password. Going smoothly so far. And now we go to stage 3, Humpty. Gracious, you're here already. I'm shell-shocked. But please excuse me if I scramble your chances of seeing Dr. Robotnik. Oh, he's pretty polite for one of the Batniks. That's one thing I really love about the art design of this game. It's just every character in this game is full of charm, and even though they're using really childish, silly puns, it really adds to the overall charm of the game. It's really silly, lighthearted, and a fun experience to go through. After all, the cartoon these Batniks is based off of, The Adventures of Sonic the Hedgehog, was an incredibly silly cartoon. But that's part of what it made it so memorable, is that so many of the characters were so silly and over the top, even by Sonic the Hedgehog standards. So, we got Humpty here. He's a little bit more cautious when he's placing his beans. So there's less of an opportunity to capitalize, like there was with Stage 2, frankly. But we'll have a look around. Nice. Got a double combo coming up. A single liner. Keep things under control, we should do okay. Hopefully he doesn't get a yellow bean on the right side. We got a double coming up here. And a triple. Oh. Add the pressure. Add some more pressure. Yes. Stage 3 completed. Humpty defeated. Playtime 93 seconds. Very nice. Having fun so far. Now, let's go on to stage 4, my friends. Coconuts. I'm Coconuts, and I'm Dr. Robotnik's favorite robot. Because I'm gonna finish you in a flash. Coconuts was one of the main characters in the Adventures of Sonic the Hedgehog TV show, alongside his other buddies, Scratch and Grounder. It was a really colorful set of characters. It wasn't just Dr. Robotnik who was over the top, but his Batniks were too. So, he likes to stack a lot of beans at the side, so he's leaving himself a lot of room to recover in the middle. But it can backfire if he doesn't set up properly. 2, 3. Oh, we were one away from a 4x combo. 4 times, excuse me. Come on, add pressure, add pressure. Now he doesn't have a side to really work with. Keep building it up. If we're lucky, he might not be able to recover. Ooh, he did get a little bit lucky there. Keep the momentum going. Come on, take him down. And stage 4 is completed. Coconuts defeated. Playtime 63 seconds, even faster. Lovely. I'm enjoying this. Now we go to stage 5, Davey Sprocket, and the music's gonna change. A squirt like you has been reuniting too many beans. I reckon I'll have to pioneer some new techniques. Now the game's gonna get much more difficult. And the music's changing to reflect that. It's this really catchy 16-bit soundtrack. Really simple sounds, but really addictive. One, two. One, two. I tend not to go for single combinations unless I absolutely have to, because it doesn't really drop much on the enemy. If I can get a green going, that would be really nice. Alright, here we go. Yellow. That'll do. 1, 2. Okay, so rearrange these beans. Purple. One more green. Just to clear some space. Because the AI is quite a bit more crafty than before. Yellow. I want to make a little bit more of a combination fall. So I'll hold back for a moment. Okay, purple, this should work for a double. Cause maximum amount of disruption as possible. That way we can stop the enemy getting up to too much clever stuff. Also, as we go through more stages, not only is the AI going to get tougher, but the speed the beams drop is going to get much quicker, making it harder to solve the problems when you don't have as much time to think. So there's a lot of panic movement in the later stages. If we keep calm, we'll be able to take him down. And there we go. Stage 5 is cleared. 142 seconds and a new password. Nicely played. And thanks for watching, my friends, and sticking around this far into the game as we go to Stage 6, Skweel. I've got more sizzle than a rasher of bacon. I'm hungry, and it ain't meals on wheels I'm after. It's you. Now, for some reason, when I played Dr. Robotnik's Mean Bean Machine as a kid, I always got the impression that this guy's AI was much more challenging than he's supposed to be. This is only stage 6, but I actually find this more challenging than some of the later stages. Whether it was intentional or not, I don't know, but Skweel is a really challenging opponent. So, it's going to make it even better when we take him down. And I love the little animations of the enemy in the middle of the screen. Really brings the whole charm to life. The enemy's watching you, unimpressed. But when you get the momentum going, they panic. But when they get the momentum going, they'll be gloating. I've got a confusing setup here. Purple. Come on. There we go. We could have used a yellow there, but still. See what I mean about not getting a lot of time to think through your moves? So sometimes I do have to compromise and settle for a single drop rather than a double. You gotta get that right combination of keeping yourself safe and attacking the opponent. We need a solid attack and defense. Okay, we got a double coming up here. That's going to help out. See Skweel gloating in the middle of the screen there. Well, you won't be for long once we get the right combination going. Nice. Let's just clear this purple out of the way. Get a yellow in there. Blue. Keep attacking and attacking and attacking. Eventually he's going to slip up and make a mistake at some point. Now we can get a blue here. One's coming up. Let's go. In fact, no, let's go for red. Double. That's going to help out big time. Now he's panicking. Let's keep it going. Let's take down Skweel. Double. Excellent. And a purple. That's going to help. Attack the center. Excellent. Stage 6 is completed. 177 seconds. And a new password. Whew. That was quite challenging. But now we go on to Stage 7. Dynamite. Well, blow me away. As if Dr. R hasn't had enough stick already. Here I am to provide a fireworks display. Stage 7. Okay. Green and red, with a little bit of blue mixed in. A double. We can drop some green down there. I messed that one up a little bit, but we'll recover. Yeah, the drop speed is getting significantly faster. Let's see what I can do here. Green or yellow? Yeah, it's gonna have to be green or purple. Green. That's gonna have to do. Have to improvise here. Getting into quite a tough spot. Clear some room. Put purple on top of there. Oh, I was a little bit slow. But, hey, that works out. Oh, we got a double coming up. And a triple. Oh, that's going to save us big time. And Stage 7 is completed. 100 seconds. It goes to show you how a game can change in just a few moves. And that's what makes it so fun. Now let's go to Stage 8. Grounder.
Grounder!
I'm Grounder. But you could call me Sam because I'm like a surface-to-air missile. And I'm gonna have you for launch.
That's the kind of voice Grounder had in the Adventures of Sonic the Hedgehog TV show. No, he was like the dumb bot of the group. Him, Scratch and Grounder, they were the comedy duo of that season besides Dr. Robotnik himself.
It's not like I'm trying to be stupid. Grounder, no, this is Patrick.
You know, that kind of like doofusy voice. A really entertaining character. But we still gotta take him down. This is Stage 8 after all. I'm actually quite surprised they put Grounder at Stage 8, rather than make him one of the last two enemies, considering he's one of the most famous Sonic villains. Maybe they'll just try and play up the fact he is like a little bit dumb in the show. But he's entertaining nonetheless. Now, let's keep going. He's in a vulnerable spot right now. Let's just go for pure aggression. If we can attack him quickly, we might be able to capitalize on his positioning. We can cut him off from making some key moves. Excellent. That's exactly what we managed to do. Just keep the constant aggression on him, and he won't have a chance to fight back. That's it. That's the key.
Oh no.
Stage 8 Grounder is completed. 95 seconds. Sorry, Grounder. You're a kill guy, but we gotta save the beans. So, let's go now to Stage 9 in Dr. Robotnik's Mean Bean Machine. I'm having fun, and I hope you are too, my friends. It's challenging, but it's fun. As we go to Stage 9, Spike.
Come on, Squirt. Let's see what you're made of. Forget those rivet brains you've seen. I'm Spike, and I'm gonna stick it to you.
Now the music's gonna change again. The AI gets even more difficult. Right. Spike's a challenging opponent. So let's not mess around as much as we did when we faced Grounder. We need to take this guy out. More and more the speed is increasing. So the rate of which I'll make dumb mistakes is going to increase. There's moments where I'm going to make mistakes and I know I didn't mean to make them, but it's just due to the fact I couldn't process a puzzle in a quick amount enough time. Okay, we got some momentum going. Let's keep attacking Spike. He's going to stick it to us, but we're going to stick it to him. Go for red or green. Stick a green down there in the middle, so when we take down this red, it's going to drop and be quite satisfying when it does. Red, let's go. Let's take him out. 1, 2. If we can get some blue going, we can get a combination with that purple that's over there. Or we can do that instead. Either way, it's progress. Keep them coming, keep them coming. Double combo coming up. He was able to recover pretty well. Keep applying the pressure. Another double. Get a red. That might be just the tipping point we need. And stage 9 is cleared. Spike goes down. 133 seconds and a new password. Things are going rather smoothly. Nice. Now let's go onwards to stage 10 of Dr. Robotnik's Mean Bean Machine. Ffuzzy-Logik. My lord is troubled by thy success, sire, but thou art destined to proceed no further. Prepare to duel Lord Robotnik's champion. It's quite a cool design of Ffuzzy-Logik. You know, like, all these other guys are out throwing out puns and silly jokes. And this guy's just like a medieval knight with a really cool, badass-looking design compared to the other badniks. Goes to show how serious things are gonna get. Get some red. A little bit more of a setup. If I can get a green going, that's exactly what we need. Free. Wonderful. Keep them coming. He's panicking. Okay, green. Before he cuts us off. Another double. Ooh, very tight space. Keep attacking, attacking, attack. Almost there, almost there. We're gonna do this. Stage 10, so Ffuzzy-Logik went down. 76 seconds. I wasn't even expecting that. Now, we're getting really good progress in Dr. Robotnik's Mean Bean Machine, excuse me. Now we go to stage 11, Dragon Breath. Old Fuzzy Face got tied in knots, huh? Guess that's why the doc's sending the boys around. So long, sucker. Dragon Breath. Let's get a yellow going, if we're lucky enough. Yellow. Don't want to combine it with that blue, because that'll turn it into a single combo. Uh-oh, he's going to cut us off. Oh dear. Now we got the yellow we needed. There we go. That's that double I was looking for. Yellow or a green or a blue? I don't know. Let's keep going, keep going. One. Oh, we got a double coming. Oh, triple. Very lucky there. All the pieces fall into place. Keep going, keep going, keep going. We've almost got this. We can do this together, my friends. We can do this. Even as he applies the pressure. Oh, that should be the finishing blow, surely. Stage 11 is cleared. Dragon Breath goes down. 109 seconds. Now let's go to stage 12. Let's see if I can control myself here, as we face Scratch. You've been scratching around here for too long, Wormbait. Time to cross the road and head home, pal. I'm winning this one by fair means of foul. Ha 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 ha! I couldn't help myself. I can't do Scratch's voice, but oh my gosh. Oh my gosh, he's got like such a funny laugh in the TV show, I couldn't help myself. Yeah, I'm just going to completely obliterate the ASMR for the next 30 seconds, just to have an excuse to do that goofy laugh. So yeah, Scratch was, you know, how would Dr. Robotnik describe it? You know, Scratch and Grounder are the two dumb bots, but I guess Scratch is the smarter of two dumb bots, if you catch what I'm saying. You didn't have to pull that face at me when I said that. It's like he held me complimenting him there. I'm not as stupid as Grounder. Thanks, dude. Stop looking at me like that, Scratch. Or maybe he's smiling because he's got some amount of momentum going. Actually, I gotta get control back here. 1, 2. Keep something going. Keep it going, keep going. Red. Oh, this is gonna be a nice combo. Right. Oh, he's making a bit of a comeback here. Got to stop that from happening. Green. Come on, green. Oh, I made a mistake there. Luckily, we had enough momentum to clear stage 12. Scratch, 112 seconds. Now, let's go to the final challenge. Dr. Robotnik himself.
Oh, you dopey DUNCEBOTS! Can't you do anything right? Now I'll have to do my own dirty work and blend those beans.
Stage 13. Dr. Robotnik himself. The final boss. Now look how fast the AI is moving this time. After all, it is the namesake of the game himself, Dr. Robotnik. And he is a genius, so he's going to make quite the challenging opponent to take down. This might get desperate at some occasions, so I'm not getting a lot of time to think my next move through. I just kind of have to go in a fight or flight mode. He's setting up for something big. Just gotta make sure we can survive it. Oh. He's doing a little too well for my comfort. We gotta recover from this. We need a green. More than ever, we need a green. If we combine it with this yellow, we'll maybe be able to make a comeback. Just in time. 2, 3. Enough space to get that purple out of the way. Just in the nick of time. I've cut him off from the right side of the screen. Keep going, keep going. We've got him on the ropes. Even a single bean at the top of the screen could spell victory or defeat. Double. Triple. Stage 13. Dr. Robotnik goes down. All clear. 122 seconds. Normally this is where Robotnik would say,
I hate that hedgehog.
well, I guess now he's gonna say,
I hate that Alakazam ASMR.
arms. Now we got the roll call for the game. Arms. Frankly. Humpty. Coconuts. Davey Sprocket. Skweel. Dynamite. Such a variety of characters.
I'm grounded.
Spike. Ffuzzy-Logik. Dragon Breath. Scratch! And of course,
Dr. Ivo Robotnik.
and Has Been, the cute little orange mascot in the background that's been cheering us on. And let the credits roll on Dr. Robotnik's Mean Bean Machine ASMR. This game was an absolute pleasure to film because I played it a lot through my childhood. I'm not particularly skilled at puzzle games. even after a lot of practice at games like Tetris, Mean Bean Machine, Columns, and other puzzle games. I enjoy them, but I'm not particularly skilled. But I thought this game would be a wonderful opportunity to have a lot of fun in an ASMR format. Play a fun puzzle game with some colorful characters, and ramble on about things like cartoons and the history of Sonic the Hedgehog series, Dr. Robotnik's design overhaul, and just enjoy an overall very polished, very solid, and fun game. Something that a lot of people are very fond of, myself included. And I hope this playthrough has been something that every single one of you can enjoy. As the credits roll, thanking every single person who made this special game possible, I'd also like to thank every single one of you from the bottom of my heart for watching this far into the video as we cleared scenario mode. It's been a fun adventure, and I'm really surprised I was filming it this year, but I just got in that mood to play Mean Bean Machine. Now the game's encouraging us even more to play it. Let's try hard level. Shall we take them up on their challenge? What do you think, my friends? Shall we accept the challenge of hard level? Let's think about it while I type in my name here. Z. Our names above Dr. Robotnik, Scratch, Dragon Breath, and Ffuzzy-Logik's name.
And welcome, my friends, to Dr. Robotnik's Mean Bean Machine. I don't hate that Alakazam ASMR. I just hate losing. I still hate Sonic more than Alakazam.
Hey, Robotnik, mind if I get my mic back here?
Oh, dear friend, sure.
Oh, thanks. Thanks, buddy. Right. So, you might be wondering why I'm back here after clearing the scenario. Well, I decided just the main scenario wasn't enough. I just had to get my mic back from Dr. Robotnik there. You know, it's all just part of the show. Me and him are best pals, so don't you worry. I thought we'd try out exercise mode. After all, I like to explore every possible option when I do playthroughs. We have easiest, normal, and hardest. I thought I could play some exercise mode and get some practice for something I have planned later on. So, we don't have an opponent. I'm just trying to make as many combos as I possibly can with no opposition. It's a good way to relax and exercise your mind a little bit with no obstruction in the way. It's a great way to warm up for a 2-player match or the main scenario. Plus, it's a really nice, pleasant soundtrack they play for this mode that I really enjoy. It just really warms my heart for some reason. Perhaps it's memories playing this as a child. And there's so many stressful things in adult life that can really get you down. Sometimes a trip down memory lane can just make you feel that little bit better when you need it. As we go to level 2, I'm reminded why I love this game so much. Just a simple puzzle game, with literally just rearranging colored beans. And it brings such joy to me. And I'm really happy to share it with every single one of you. I love this game with all my heart. For such a random Sonic the Hedgehog spin-off, this really stands the test of time. I love it so much. So, now the main scenario is complete, I'm just messing around now. I'm just trying out different combinations, so we're on the easiest setting. But I got something special in mind for later on. So, sit back, get comfortable, and just watch me mess around in exercise mode. Perhaps I'll ramble away. Oh, of course I'm going to ramble away. It's me we're talking about. Guess I can talk about how... what am I going to talk about while I solve this puzzle? I guess how I've been in a Sonic the Hedgehog mode recently. SEGA has always had a special place in my heart amongst the gaming industry. While I played things like, of course, Nintendo, the Sony PlayStation, SEGA always had this certain kind of charm that just stood out to me. I loved my PlayStation 1 that I had as a child, and I even had a Super Nintendo Entertainment System. But I had a lot of games with the Sega Megadrive, and getting to just see them one more time really does just bring a smile to my face. And I never could have envisioned as a child that I would be recording them decades later for the enjoyment of a bunch of people that are really so kind, so generous, so giving, to a guy who's just playing games for fun and sharing them with you all. I'm nobody special. I'm just messing around playing these games. And it really warms my heart that people share the same experiences that I did. It's nice to just think about simpler times and just relax. Even just zoning out while watching a puzzle game or a platform adventure. I really admire how ASMR has become this multi-format kind of entertainment and relaxation. Anything can be ASMR, really, if you put your mind to it. Everyone has got their own tastes, just like food. Some people might not like this content, other people might enjoy it. But as long as it's out there, the people who do enjoy it will always be able to find it. It's a humongous community, and I'm proud to be part of it. And I get to really enjoy playing some classic games and do other fun content that I never could have dreamed I'd be doing years and years ago. Let's be honest. Put yourself in my shoes. Could you imagine, as a child, you know what I'm going to do when I grow up? I'm going to do an impression of Scratch and Grounder from Adventures of Sonic the Hedgehog. Then I'm going to do a Dr. Ivo Robotnik voice on a camera to a screen, and a few hundred to possibly thousands of people, if we're lucky, will see it. I'd just laugh and just be like, you're talking crap. There's no way that's ever actually going to happen. But lo and behold. It's like you can never predict what kind of protection. Well, you can never predict what kind of direction, excuse me, life's going to take you in. So that's why I like to make content like this. You know, I'm just messing around in Mean Bean Machine and just reminiscing and having fun memories with you all. I'd really like to hear in the comments, and this isn't me just baiting people to comment so that the algorithm of YouTube prefers me. I generally like to know what your favorite gaming memories are. Everyone's different. Everyone's got their own tastes in gaming, music, and movies, all shaped by experiences in their childhood. This is just one of many stepping stones in my childhood. This was always a fun game for me to fall back on. So tell me, if you don't mind sharing, what's a game that you enjoyed playing in your childhood? I'd really be interested to know. I've got a varied taste in video games, and I just like hearing people talk about why they love these games so much. Because it is a beautiful form of entertainment. It is us just sitting around playing games. And it really helps us forget the worries of the world, even for a moment. And I think that's what makes video games so worthwhile. The ability to just let go and have fun and escape into a world that could be serious, silly, or even relaxing in ASMR form. Who knows? I'm just glad to share it with every single one of you. So, yeah, on easiest mode. Oh, the speed's starting to go up now. Oh, yeah, I'm rambling away, but now I'm starting to lose it. Level 10. Another good feature about this game is if you want to play it with a friend, of course you can. I believe when I played Dr. Robotnik's Mean Bean Machine for the first time, I never actually owned the game on its own cartridge. It came in a Sonic compilation cartridge, which had Sonic the Hedgehog 1, Sonic the Hedgehog 2, and Dr. Robotnik's Mean Bean Machine. Now, that's the last free Sega Mega Drive titles I've done put together. Oh well, we got to level 10 of exercise mode while rambling away. You know what? Let's keep rambling away and playing exercise mode even more. Let's do normal mode. You see, I'm pretty sure that's the cartridge I had as a child. It had Sonic 1, Sonic 2, and Dr. Robotnik's Mean Bean Machine. Talk about a triple threat of incredible games. Every single one of them, including this one, Mean Bean Machine, is legendary in my opinion. I know that Dr. Robotnik's Mean Bean Machine is just an Americanization of Puyo Puyo, which is a Japanese puzzle game, but the way they implemented it was so perfect. They just went, can we tie this into the Sonic cartoon of America? Okay, just give it some colorful characters. Keep the gameplay the same, and people will eat it up. And they did. Some random background characters in a cartoon get some much-deserved love. And it gives me an excuse to play a wonderful game, and occasionally make some funny voices about some characters on that show. I mean, Scratch and Grounder are really memorable to me. I don't know why they're so memorable besides being funny, but there you go. If they're memorable, they're memorable. Also, the performance of Dr. Robotnik by Long John Baldry in that TV show. I mean, that was fun even before the internet realized you could make so many memes out of it. Now that you can make so many memes out of it, it's just quadrupled the value of the TV show. And it's because Long John Baldry puts in such a hammy over-the-top performance. Ooh, we get a special ability here. You see, in exercise mode, we get an occasional bean that does different things than a regular one. I can't predict when it's going to arrive, but when it does, I'll let you know. So, level 5. But yeah, I really enjoy Long John Baldry's interpretation of Dr. Robotnik. It's not meant to be serious in any way whatsoever, and that's okay. Like comic book characters, they can go through different writers, animation styles, and interpretations. And the fact that he decided to make Dr. Robotnik so over-the-top silly actually makes him so memorable, that incarnation. Tell you what, my friends. On this channel, I made, quite a while ago, a Dr. Robotnik ASMR roleplay video. Well, to be more accurate, a Dr. Eggman roleplay. How would you feel if I made a
Dr. Ivo Robotnik from Adventures of Sonic the Hedgehog
roleplay? Let me know what you think, my friends. I'd really appreciate your feedback. I really like getting in communication with you all as I ramble away and solve puzzles. I'd like to be more than just a guy who uploads some long playthroughs in ASMR form. You know? Has Been just transformed some beans for us. Thank you. I feel like on this channel we can truly share something special together. Whether it's memories, or funny jokes, or even ideas for cool videos in the future. Either way, I'm content enough just doing my own thing and having you along for the ride. And I'm always going to be grateful to every single one of you for giving me the opportunity to share these experiences with you. So thank you, my friends. Now, all rambling aside, there's a reason I'm doing exercise mode like this. I'm practicing for something I didn't think I was going to do, but my ego was challenged. You see, you know how we completed the scenario mode? We completed that Now, if the credits just rolled and ended, I would have been like, okay, I'll play a few rounds of exercise mode for fun. But the credits said at the very end, let's try hard mode. Now, because the game openly challenged me, I thought, you know what? Let's do it. When I originally planned to film this, I didn't plan on playing anything on hard mode. But because the developers turned around and went, okay, try it. I'm like, okay, I'll give it a go. I won't play the entire game on hard mode, but I have an interesting way of playing it on hard mode. Excuse me. I have an interesting way of deciding to play it on hard mode in a way that can be quite satisfying. By the way, thanks Has-Been for that little assist there. See if we can get a yellow going here. Nice. One off. Now the speed's really beginning to increase. Triple. So yeah, in a nutshell, I was basically reminiscing about, you know, childhood, early memories of gaming, variety of gaming, the Sonic the Hedgehog series as a whole, the animated series, interpretations of Dr. Ivor Robotnik, as well as just sending my love out to every single one of you. I never wanted you to get it twisted. I truly do appreciate the company that you give me. It is an honor and a privilege to share these games with you. I'd be playing these myself for fun anyways, but the fact that some people out there in the internet are really enjoying these, it really warms my heart. So thank you for giving me the opportunity. And of course, I'm going to reiterate, I'd really genuinely love to hear in the comments, what are some games that really just stand out to you from your childhood? I feel like I want to talk about my favorite games from childhood at some point, but I've got a plan for that in the future, as we go through level 14 of exercise mode. ASMR is a magical thing, isn't it? This Has-Been transforms and gives us a little combination there. But yeah, I'm glad I stumbled upon ASMR. If I'm making something like this where I'm having a lot of fun and bringing up some nice memories, or perhaps bringing up nice memories of your own, if I'm helping your life in any way, even by just a small fraction, then these videos are worth it. And I'm always going to leave them up here for you to enjoy. And I'm always going to be grateful to you for giving me that opportunity. Plus, I've got a lot of interesting projects lined up in the future. Blue. There we go. Yeah, so this is a testament to just how well Dr. Robotnik's Mean Bean Machine is as well. I'm just messing around in exercise mode and it's just a pleasure to go through. Because I don't have an opponent, I'm just, you know, kind of going in autopilot, talking with my friends over here. Now I'm starting to kind of just go, okay, I don't know. I don't know what I'm going to do here. Yeah, I'm probably going to fail here. But you never know. Yeah. Still level 17 while rambling away. On normal mode's pretty good, in my eyes. Let's put our name down there. Zam. Alakazam. ASMR. Now, with a quick little edit, let's add in me going back. Now let's do hardest mode. I don't think I'm going to get to level 17, but you never know. Now this one I might not ramble as much because the game is moving so quickly. Double yellow. Yeah, I quite enjoy having this heart-to-heart with you all, my friends. I need to do something about that. I need to make out some kind of video where I get to know you all on a more personal basis. Maybe something like a Q&A. I don't know. I'll figure something out. Until the meantime, I know I've been putting out content at a rather slow pace. But I've got a lot of interesting things lined up in the horizon that I think you're all going to enjoy. I'm trying to prioritize things that I enjoy making, while I definitely want to make things that all of you will enjoy. I feel like if I enjoy making something, then the passion and compassion, if you don't mind me saying, is going to come off on camera. I don't just want to do things for the sake of someone told me to do it. I want to put some real compassion into what I make. So I hope whatever I decide to make, even if it's not your cup of tea, is something that you can enjoy when it arrives. And if it's not, that's perfectly okay. After all, we all have our own tastes. All our own opinions and tastes. So, to some people, just watching some beans fall is not very exciting. But for me, it's an opportunity to have a nice moment with my friends on camera and play a wonderful and classic Sega Megadrive / Genesis puzzle game. I never envisioned that I was actually going to film this game this year, but here we are. And of course, there's going to be more Sonic the Hedgehog related content spread throughout the year. When it's going to arrive, I don't know. But let's enjoy this power-up bean. There we go. That helps out big time. We're on level 8 on the hardest mode. Very nice. I think it's you, my friends. You're my lucky charm. I've noticed something. When I play games and I start recording, when I play normally, I've just got like 50-50 luck. Bad things happen, good things happen. But it seems when I film for all of you people that I tend to get a little bit extra luck. I don't know what it is, but you know, there's a reason I call you my guardian angels every now and then. Because stuff happens on screen that I'm sitting back and going, alright, that's never happened before. You know, if I sat in my living room couch and started playing Mean Bean Machine, I'd probably get to level 5 and just like crash out immediately. But when I'm recording and rambling away with you, I'm getting to level 10. That's quite mind-blowing to me. Because as I say before, I'm not an expert puzzle game player. The only other puzzle game I've played on this channel is Columns for the Sega Game Gear, ASMR, which you can find on my channel. But I'm not an expert by any means. I just like solving the puzzles in that game. Speaking of the Sega Game Gear, DR.ROBOTNIK'S Mean Bean Machine does exist on the Sega Game Gear. And while the Sega Megadrive / Sega Genesis version is undoubtedly the superior and more popular version, I actually wouldn't mind, bean power up, I actually wouldn't mind playing the Sega Game Gear version for an ASMR playthrough, if you were okay with that. After all, I never grew up with a Sega Game Gear, but there's a certain element of charm to it that, even if those videos don't make the highest amount of views compared to some of my other more popular ones, I just have so much fun playing them in a way that I can't describe. I have a bunch of Sega Game Gear games that I'm planning to play for an ASMR playthrough. And I never believed I was going to do Mean Bean Machine in any capacity for an ASMR playthrough. Perhaps the Sega Game Gear version will get filmed too, as well as this one. Mean Bean Machine I never thought I'd film for ASMR, but this video proves it. Now we got to level 12 on hardest mode. Wonderful. Now, as we look at the scoreboard, Sam, Grounder, Dynamite, Skweel, and Davey Sprocket, I'm going to show you why I went to exercise mode. It wasn't just a ramble. We're going to the password screen. Now, red, clear, yellow. I was going in exercise mode to practice for this.
You dopey DUNCEBOTS! Can't you do anything right? Now I'll have to do my own dirty work and...
Dirty what? And blend those beans. Yeah, we've done that line before. So, basically what's happening is, I went in exercise mode to practice so that we could do the final stage of the game. But I used the password mode to access the final challenge on the hardest difficulty mode. So, stage 13, Dr. Ivo Robotnik on hardest mode. So, his AI is much superior than it was earlier.
You dopey DUNCEBOTS! Can't you do anything right? Now I'll have to do my own dirty work and blend those beans.
There we go. I got the line right eventually. But you can tell that this is a more difficult AI. The AI is not going to show any mercy. I know me and Robotnik are pals, but still, he's not going to take it easy on me. So, I'm going to keep things going. I just thought it would be a nice idea to play this game on the hardest difficulty. After all, in the end credits, the developers were basically challenging me to attempt hardest mode. And how could I refuse? Especially when I'm having so much fun. Let's get a yellow going. Blue. Green. If we can cut them off at the top, we might be able to pull this off quicker than I thought. Yes! Stage 13 is cleared once again, 104 seconds, on the hardest difficulty. Once again, we have all clear. Once again, Dr. Robotnik is defeated.
I hate that hedgehog, but not you, Alakazam Akers.
Yeah. I'm having too much fun just messing around with these classic cartoon voices. I've got to do something with that.
Dr. Ivo Robotnik.
So, we go through the roll call one more time. So, I'm going to close my eyes right now and see if I can remember all the badniks from memory. It's Arms, Frankly, Humpty, Coconuts, Davey Sprocket, Skweel. Who's after Skweel? Dynamite, Grounder. I think it's Spike. And then who's after Spike? So Ffuzzy-Logik. Then it's Dragon Breath. And then it's Scratch. And then it's Dr. Robotnik. I think I'm right. Am I right? I don't know. I'm going to probably rewatch this and find out if I made a mistake or not. Still. I could have just filmed this, beat the main scenario, and called it a day. But, you know.
Dr. Robotnik's Mean Bean Machine is the greatest game in all of Mobius.
And a very fun title to play on planet Earth. And it's been an absolute pleasure to share it with every single one of you. Now, we truly aim we truly aimed to end the game for real. This game could have ended when the main scenario did, but the developer said let's try hard mode, so I thought, you know what, I'll take you up on that challenge. Plus it gives me more time with you, my friends, which is a really precious moment I cherish. As the credits roll, I'd just like to say thank you one more time to you, the viewer, for your continued support as this channel slowly but surely grows throughout time, as well as the developers of this wonderful puzzle game that has brought a lot of smiles to many people's faces and has brought so many memories of happiness and joy to both children and adults alike. Hence why someone years later is filming this for an ASMR format. I think DR.ROBOTNIK'S Mean Bean Machine is an absolute beauty of a game. The music, the characters, the charm, the gameplay, everything about it just works. And I don't regret one bit filming it for every single one of you in ASMR format. So, as this video draws to an end, I would just like to say one final time, thank you for watching. This is your friend, Alakazam ASMR, and you have just watched DR.ROBOTNIK'S Mean Bean Machine ASMR. There will be more content in the future. Until then, see you soon. And adios, my friends. Until next time.
Thank you.